Hi YouTube friends, Tom Matthews back with part 2 on the efficacy tests for COVID-19 masks and some additional information. I did get a N95 mask. Shout out to my friends, the Boyers, who gave me one of these. And this I tested at 1 micron and it is 100% effective. This has got quite a bit thicker material and a valve on it, and these are hard to get right now, but on the 1 micron scale I measured 100% effective. These are supposed to be at least 95% effective, so that's consistent. The other thing that I tested, this is a nurse's clinic mask. This comes from a professional, medical community, and this tested 99% effective at 1 micron, very good, and very simply made. Look how simply made these are. There's no stitching on these. These are probably pressed together with heat or something like that. Interestingly, the same friend that gave me this Harbor Freight mask, which looks a lot like the nurse's clinic mask, a very similar construction. It tested 99% effective at 1 micron as well, so appeared to be as good as the medical, the mask procured through the medical supply chain. What else have I found? One of the things I found, some of the people have recommended testing the laundered fabric versus unlaundered fabric, and I couldn't tell any difference from that. The theory there was that maybe the fibers are fluffed up, and it might have been slightly better after laundered, but it could be just in the noise. The most interesting thing is somebody said that people are looking at vacuum cleaner bags to get the HEPA filter material out of there, and I had a bag here. I think this is a bag for a Rigid brand shop vacuum, and these aren't cheap, but there's a lot of material here, so you could theoretically cut a lot out of one of these. And I already cut one of these open to see what's inside it, and what's inside is 2 layers of material. So there's a very fine mesh in here, and then a piece of paper. Let me see if I can show you this. So the 2 layers, let's see, that's stuck together there, is this mesh, and then there's the paper. And I tested both the mesh and the paper, and the mesh is what's really doing all the work, but the paper's probably there to give it structure, because the paper couldn't hold back against the pressure on its own. But it might be possible to sew this into the cotton masks and get a pretty good result. Let me show you what this mesh does. The other nice thing is the paper is hard to breathe through, but the mesh, you don't want too much back pressure when you're trying to breathe, or you'll just get leaks around the side of the mask. So a friend was joking and said, why not use duct tape? And I said that would be 100% effective, but you wouldn't be able to breathe through it. So you've got to have flow through these materials in addition to efficacy. But let me show you what this material from the vacuum cleaner bag did. Let's go ahead and, on the 1 micron scale, go ahead and take a baseline measurement here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see the test. This is just counting the particles, 1 micron particles in the shop here. So I got 89 of those, and then let's put the mesh on there. And it'll probably count a few particles because maybe it won't count any. Sometimes there's a little bit of left behind on the other side, but it seems to be 100% effective. Let's try it again. So it's 100% effective at 1 micron. So that's pretty neat. And it's thin and easy to sew in. I may make a few masks with this material. My only concern is I'm pretty sure this is probably a safe material. Do the materials have unwanted fibers you don't want to be breathing or something like that? That would be a question on whether this is safe or not. I'm sure it's not you know, asbestos or anything like that, because people aren't using that anymore. So it's probably safe. I have to think about that a bit before I put this in a bunch of masks, but or if I can get a lot of these bags or not. Although the good part is you could probably make maybe 10 masks, you know, from the material in one of these bags. Anyhow, that's Tom Matthews from Matthews Engineering. Please remember to subscribe and share this video if you like it. Thank you so much.